Welcome back to another episode of The Racing Line. Formula One is back and we're headed into a triple header and we couldn't be more excited. It's the 2024 Spanish Grand Prix. Darnie and I are here and we're here with our predictions for the race as well as qualifying, and there are some wild ones in there, at least on my end.
I would say the same.
Without any further ado, let's just dive into it.
Let's go.
So the first category, qualifying.
Top three.
We're your top three, yeah. Well, for those of you who've been following us, which we've got like 5 subscribers, so props to you guys.
Good for us.
Yeah. But for those of you that have been subscribed to us, you know that I'm a massive Max Verstappen fan. So you'll be surprised to know that for third place, I've gone for Max Verstappen. For second place, I've gone for Lewis Hamilton.
Really?
And for first, in qualifying pole position, Lando Norris.
Shut up.
Both the McLaren and the Mercedes are insanely quick now, because if Canada was proof of anything, it's that the Mercedes are both competitive. George had that race, he could have placed anywhere, he's only slightly screwed it up.
Very true.
But their upgrades have worked miracles, and the McLaren was the fastest car at the race, and also the Red Bull was the third fastest car, which is why I think that even though Max Verstappen loves this track, you know, for those of you who don't know, he won his first ever race. He debuted on the 2016 Spanish Grand Prix and he won it. So it's a good track for him, but I don't think he's going to be pole position.
You know what's funny is my top 3 are your top 3 but switched up.
Really?
Really?
So we had the eye on like similar things.
Actually, very similar. So P3, I went with Lewis Hamilton.
Oh, no faith in your own drive?
Faith is only quality, so I do have faith.
Right.
At P2, we have Verstappen.
And P1, Lando
Leaves
Norris.
us Lando Norris.
I think everyone knows why we've both gone for a Lando Norris pole. You know, I used to quite like the guy once upon a time, but now he's just an annoying little...
You mean he started performing and he's an actual threat to your driver?
Annoying as hell, okay? I don't like his strategies. It's so see-through, He just conserves his tires. He lets the top 2 fight it out and then he attacks.
It's so terrible that he has a good strategy that's working out for him and also entirely legal moves.
Thank God for that safety car. That's all I gotta say. For our next segment, we have midfield superstar. For those of you who don't know, it's people you wouldn't ordinarily expect to finish in the top 10, but just might surprise you. So, for my predictions, I've gone for Lance Stroll.
No shot.
Look, I know he's in a competitive car. I know that Alonso's doing miracles with the car, but like, it's Lance Stroll, man. Him scoring points on any given race weekend, even though for the last few race weekends he's been doing all right, I feel like this time he's going to do really, really well for the Spanish Grand Prix.
Really?
And yeah, I think he might surprise us all. He had a decent-ish race last time out, and I think this time's going to be no different. It's going to be a smooth operation.
Well, for my prediction, we have Pierre Gasly.
Pierre Gasly.
This is true.
Okay.
I feel like both Alpines have high chances for this race, but somehow I have really, really strong faith in Pierre Gasly. I feel like the additional boost that it's given him, that he knows Ocon, the threat of Ocon is nearly over, the nightmare is going away. And that's given him a solid boost. And not just that, but if last year was anything to go by, both Alpines performed pretty well on that track. And even
Gasly finished qualified 4th, I believe.
This is true.
No, did he finish?
He qualified 4th?
I think so, yeah. He qualified 4th.
It was a great drive from both drivers.
Drive, for sure.
And even in Canada, I feel like it was a great drive from Gasly throughout. And yeah, so that's my top pick. I would say Pierre Gasly has something to prove and something to show us.
Sure. That's respectable. Top 5 flop. This time I'm gonna let you go first, man. Go for it.
Okay, because I really want to go first.
Okay, I have a feeling we're gonna have very similar answers on this, or like the same answer, which is what I'm afraid of. But let's see anyway.
So, I would confidently say that I feel like high chances of a flop is Ferrari.
Ferrari. Which one of them, or both?
See, here's the thing. I'm not sure which one. My bets are on Carlos Sainz.
Really? Even though it was Charles Leclerc that qualified 19th last year?
This is true, and both of them had really bad drives on this track last year.
True.
And I'm not saying that it's not that they don't have something to prove this time around. I just feel that this may be an especially bad track for them. And I feel like, and also additionally, I feel like there's a chance of a wild card that if something has to go drastically wrong, it could be with one of the Mercs. Like a crash on the barrier, something like that.
You gotta pick one. Is it
it's difficult. Okay, fine.
That's
I'll say Ferrari.
Ferrari, just both Ferraris, hedging your bets.
Either one of the Ferraris.
Pick one.
Carlos Sainz.
Ooh, so not so smooth running for the smooth operator. But anyway, we'll see.
I'm guessing we didn't match predictions.
No, we haven't. For my prediction, I've gone for a slightly safer bet.
Mm-hmm.
But also not that safe because he does have a decent car. I've gone for Checo Perez. I'm sorry.
I forgot about that guy.
I'm sorry. I don't know. It haunts me to this day. Why did they sign a new contract? Why did we sign Checo? Why? We had Carlos, man. We could have had Carlos.
You know what? I'm not mad about it.
Of course you're not mad about it.
Of course I'm not mad about it.
Yeah. That means points lost for us in the Constructors' Championship, which means that points gained for you.
You know, there was a point last year when you were defending that man.
Because even though he was messing up constantly, he was still second in the Constructors' Championship, right? You know what a good teammate is, okay? A good teammate is good enough so that he's close enough to you, but he helps you defend. He helps defend you.
Oh, basically doing everything he can to make Max win.
Exactly. And it's not just Max, okay? Like if Checo was leading, I'm sure Max would hold people off too. But Checo is nowhere in the scene. If Max is being attacked by, let's say, Lando Norris or George Russell, Checo is hopeless in 19th, unable to do anything about it. I'm so mad that, I'm not happy about it, but I feel like the streak, what we saw in Canada, is going to continue, and Checo is going to have one more miserable performance, and I think he'll be lucky to finish in the points.
That's a good answer.
Right. Now we come to the race, the juicy part of it.
Whew.
So, third place, I've gone for Lewis Hamilton.
George Russell.
George Russell?
Yep.
Where did he come from?
He's been there all along.
Okay. I'm assuming there's some logic to that, and I'm assuming you've chosen someone very interesting to not make it into the top 3 out of your qualifying
This is a
predictions.
Merc track. They perform great, and Russell's been performing too. And look, he's not of the 2 drivers on that team. You know, he's not my first pick, but predictions don't lie.
Fair enough. What about second place? Who are you going for?
Second place, I have Lando Norris.
I see where this is going.
Is that so difficult to believe, though?
No, it's not. But I see where this is going with your first place pick. I see. It's transparent. It's
is
clear
it
as day.
Is it?
There can only be one. For my second place pick, I've gone for Lando Norris.
Shut up.
It's fine. We picked the same thing. These things happen. You tend to copy me all the time. It's fine. I have it printed out. My prediction is there. It's printed out from before. Okay, that was my prediction.
Speak to my drivers.
So we've both got P3 and P2 down. Pretty similar. Although you threw in like a wild card Russell in there.
He's not that much of a wild card at this point.
I'm curious to know. P1, who you got?
It pains me to say this. Max Verstappen.
That is not what I was expecting at all. That is not what I was expecting. Dude, so you're saying that Lewis starts in the top 3, but he doesn't end up in the top 3?
I put him down as P4.
So you're saying Russell, which I don't know where you think he's going to start on the grid, but you think Russell outperforms Lewis Hamilton?
I do.
Wow. Ouch.
It feels like I'm betraying my own by saying that. But
the one weekend that I believe in Lewis Hamilton, okay? The one weekend I believe in your favorite driver is the weekend you choose to deny him a podium, allegedly. I guess now we're gonna have same answers for P1 and P2 because I've also gone for Max Verstappen.
All right.
Because his one lap pace might not be that quick, but when you combine everything like the race strategy, I'm sure he's wise to Lando Norris's tactics by now. And also, Montreal, Imola, and Monaco were all three tracks that didn't particularly suit the Red Bull because of the high amount of curb riding that you need to do in order to like get a good lap time. But Barcelona and the next foreseeable races are poised to be Red Bull, apparently Red Bull dominated tracks with a lot of high speeds and not that much curb riding. So that's why I'm going to say that it's true that the McLaren are strong, it's true that Mercedes are strong, but Red Bull are also bringing upgrades. And I think that's going to put them in a position where Max doesn't finish in a comfortable enough position like it was last year, where he finished with a 23-second gap.
Right.
But I think he takes P1 and we hear the Dutch national anthem again.
You know, I will say he has been putting in one heck of a drive lately. And regardless of how competitive it has been lately, and that's made for some really fun watching, I do feel like that pure skill that he's been demonstrating throughout, even though he hasn't ended up like qualifying in first place consistently, I feel like that is probably one of the reasons why I'm so confident about him coming first.
Who are you?
I'm honest.
Are we on Earth? Is this a dream? Pinch me. Like, I'm supporting your
You
favorite
know the
driver.
difference between you and me.
I'm supporting your favorite driver. You're supporting my favorite driver. Like, which planet are we living on, bro?
This is true. It's crazy switch.
Yeah. But there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. We're very excited for the triple header. Like, honestly, can't wait. Can't wait. I will binge the shit out of qualifying. Pre-race show, the post-qualifying show, the pre-qualifying show, every ounce of Formula One entertainment that I get. Thank you for watching. It's been a lot of fun recording this. Drop us a like, subscribe if you want to see more of this, and we'll see you next time.
See ya.
Ciao.